Here's how to get from level 1 to your first ascendancy points in Path of Exile 2 on the Mercenary class in about 2.5 to 3 hours flat. To start off, you'll want to only put your passive points into damage or cooldown related nodes to be able to deal as much DPS as possible with grenades. And this would still be the case in hardcore, as getting a lot of defensive nodes in the early levels doesn't do much for you. You grab explosive grenade with your first skill gem and then rush to the red veil because it has a lot of mandatory mob killing around the pillars and such. After defeating the Rust King and looting all the weapon caches you came across, you head back to defeat the other bosses with ease now that you have much better gear. And with our first support gem, you put scatter shot into explosive grenade because the explosions do shotgun the same target if you aim well enough. And this simple setup will clear out most of the packs for the rest of Act 1. Remember to lead with the grenades, as their fuse times add a bit of skill element to your combat effectiveness. Before you get gas grenade, you use armor piercing rounds as well as high velocity rounds in order to deal good damage and stun bosses, and when they get stunned you use explosive grenade for guaranteed hits on the bosses, because if you try to exclusively use explosive grenade for DPS, you'll miss most of your shots, especially if you're inexperienced with the class or specific boss mechanics. You can also do the same thing with permafrost rounds and fragmentation rounds if you'd like, and actually on some bosses that don't let you shoot for a long duration without interrupting you, I'd recommend it, like on Draven. Or fighting Lachlan. Once you get enough support gems, you'll want to click off the recommended gems option in the bottom left corner of the gem crafting menu and grab fire infusion for explosive grenade. Also do this for brutality for high velocity rounds, because that'll increase the amount of damage you're doing by a lot. And you can see the crow bell here just melting exclusively from the explosive grenades with 2 support gems in it. Grab Herald of Ash with your first spirit gem, as it will supplement the clearing of your grenades by a lot. Don't forget to grab Una's loot for the 2 extra skill points. And then after killing the executioner,
no escape.
saving latest, she'll give you your first tier 5 skill gem, which we will immediately use to get gas grenade and support it with the corrosion gem, which will completely replace armor piercing rounds for us now. The armor breaking from gas grenade stacks with how many clouds are on an enemy, so it starts to break armor very quickly. And at this point, you'll just keep high velocity rounds with the brutality and overpower support permanently equipped to shoot a boss with fully broken armor whenever you can. And then also using explosive grenade once a boss gets stunned, and these will also ignite the gas clouds for even more guaranteed burst damage. Here's the Act 1 boss being killed using this strategy.
Great Wolf, have you? As night falls, the air grows colder, afflicted. Your veins soon chilled. Agna shall slay again.
All in all, Act 1 took me around 1.5 hours during the time of this recording using all these strategies. In Act 2, mobs are a good bit stronger and a lot of them have resistance to fire damage, so first you'll start to use gas grenade and then explosive grenade in order to quickly kill groups of trash mobs, again leading your targets, dip, duck, dive, dodging your way to success. And still, some bosses like this Grenadier have anti-synergy with the gas grenade setup. In this case, she constantly ignites the gas clouds so we don't get the armor breaking effect. And so I keep permafrost rounds and fragmentation rounds leveled up as much as possible for a secondary boss killing setup whenever I need to. Lastly is to kill Balbala, who drops the trial item for ascendancies, and after completing that and later grabbing your first tier 7 skill gem, you'll finally have access to enough tools to finally start creating whatever build you'd really like to. Hope this helps, good luck, stay safe.
Yes, a coin.